What's happening, guys? This is Shukesh Bonik from Gadgets Portal, and today I have with me two very interesting mid-range devices with huge displays. On my right hand I have the all-new Microsoft Lumia 640 XL, which is priced at around 15,500 rupees, that is approximately 250 USD. The phone on my left hand side is the 1-month-old Samsung Galaxy A7, which is priced at around 18,800 rupees, that is approximately 300 USD. So not only the displays of these two phones are quite large, the prices are also very close to each other. Now the question is, if you are looking for a mid-range large display phone, then which one you should get? Well, let's find out. The display resolution of both of these two devices here are HD, that is 720 by 1280, and the screen size of the Lumia is slightly bigger than that of the A7. It's 5.7 inches IPS LCD with 259 ppi, whereas A7 sports a slightly smaller 5.5 inches Super AMOLED display with 267 ppi. Now these gigantic displays are not easily accessible with your thumb when you are handling these devices with one hand. But Samsung implemented some nice techniques to make this A7 more user-friendly. Just with a simple gesture like this, you can shrink the whole display to your right or left, and the volume rockers, back, home and recent keys are also on screen. This window can be resized as well. Just swipe twice on the screen to get this. On the other hand, Microsoft did not include this type of techniques on the Lumia 640 XL. Moreover, on the A7, apart from the one-handed display, there is one-handed dialer, that is, the dialer can be moved to your left and right. Even the keyboard can be moved to your preferred side. So you can enjoy this huge display without compromising usability. Regarding touch sensitivity and smoothness of the displays, both of these devices are exceptionally good, though colors look slightly more punchy on the Galaxy A7 and Lumia's clear black IPS display feels slightly more brighter. Lumia 640 XL's display can be adjusted in a lot of ways. For example, you can set the brightness profile, and there is also a color profile option, and if you like, you can switch to the vivid profile for a more colorful display, and there are also other modes like cool, advanced, etc. You can also switch on sunlight readability, which basically increases the brightness of the display, and battery saver brightness basically diminish the backlight. On the other hand, there is an outdoor mode on the A7 which considerably increases the brightness of the display for better sunlight legibility. Unfortunately, there is no ambient light sensor on the Galaxy A7, so the brightness is not automatically adjusted in accordance with the lighting condition in your surroundings, which is quite disturbing actually, especially at night. There are a couple of display settings on the A7 as well. For example, just like the Lumia 640 XL, there is a battery saving brightness mode, and increased touch sensitivity allows you to use the display with your gloves on, which is also available on the Lumia 640 XL. There is no option for configuring display color. On higher Galaxy models, there are actually adapt display modes, but on this A7, which is basically a mid-range device, there are lots of features missing. That's the benefit of getting an entry-level or mid-range Lumia phone, because you are getting almost all the premium features of the 50,000 Lumia 1520 on this mid-range device, whereas you get what you pay on the Galaxy phones. But the benefit of Android is it's customizable in a lot of ways, and Samsung included its own theme option. You are stuck with the same design on the Lumia phones, and you can of course set wallpaper and resize these live tiles, but the icons can't be changed, and there is no support for widgets, though few live tiles have widget-like characteristics. Now let me compare the exterior design and ports of these two phones. Interestingly, both of these phones feature 5 megapixel fixed focus cameras at the front and 13 megapixel rear cameras. Video capability is also the same, full HD for both the cameras, and on the Lumia you are getting premium Zeiss lens. The speakers are at the side of the camera on both of these devices. At the top you will find the headphone jack on the Lumia 640 XL, whereas there is a secondary microphone for noise cancellation on the A7. Headphone jack is actually at the bottom. Not to mention, both of these devices are made of totally plastic, and it's up to you which design you like most. Though the Lumia 640 XL looks like a unibody phone, the battery is removable and it's 3000 mAh, whereas you will find a slightly smaller 2950 mAh battery on the A7, and it's built-in. There are a couple of battery saving modes on both of these phones, and on the A7 you will find actually two modes. One is normal power saving mode, which basically lower the CPU speed, restrict background data, and also adjust screen light. Now if you ask me about the battery backup of these two phones, I'll say both are really good, but on the A7 I am getting around 2 full days on normal to heavy usage, which I really didn't expect, and for an Android device with this huge display it's really unthinkable. On the Lumia 640 XL also I am getting around 2 full days, and you are not going to complain about the battery of both of these phones here. Moreover, there is an ultra power saving mode on the A7, which basically turns the display into grayscale, and as this is an AMOLED display, battery saving will be considerable. Very few basic applications like calling, messaging will be active only, and you can expect around 7 to 10 days backup with this mode. Just to let you know, Galaxy A7 is a 4G LTE capable device, whereas Lumia 640 XL is a 3.5G phone. Regarding performance, both are really swift and lag-free devices. You can play almost all the hardcore games on both of these phones, and on paper Galaxy A7 CPU and GPU are considerably more powerful than that of the Lumia 640 XL. I have run Benchmark OS to benchmark on both of these devices, which is a cross-platform benchmark, and you can see the result on the Lumia 640 XL is slightly lower than that of the A7. The memory score on the Lumia is quite good, but other department score are considerably lower than that of the Galaxy here. The internal storage on the A7 is 16GB and the RAM is huge 2GB, whereas on the Lumia 640 you are getting almost the half, that is 8GB of storage and 1GB of RAM. But as you know, Windows Phone OS is not that much demanding as Android, and 1GB of RAM might be sufficient. You can also directly install third-party applications into external SD card on the Lumia 640 XL, and it's capable of taking up to 128GB cards, whereas you can install maximum of 64GB memory cards into the Galaxy A7. Now let me just give you an overview of the software features on both of these two phones. First of all, there is a feature called Glance Screen on the Lumia 640 XL. You can check the time and notifications even when the screen is off, and double tapping can wake up the screen. This makes sense on a touchscreen device because it feels really annoying to press hard keys when you are operating the whole device with touch. Kids Corner is embedded into the software. You can allow certain applications for your kids and protect your personal data with a password. Of course, on the Galaxy A7 you can download Samsung's own Kids mode, but it's not embedded into the software and you need to rely on third-party applications which anyone can disable, uninstall or violate. But the lock screen of Android devices, especially this Galaxy A7, is more versatile because you can directly access notifications, and with different launchers and themes you can customize in a lot of ways. On the navigation bar, if you just press and hold the search key, you can launch Cortana, and on the Galaxy A7, pressing and holding the home key can launch Google Now, which is beyond doubt more advanced, more sophisticated, and Google search is also more popular and reliable than the Bing search. Next, let's talk about the multitasking capability of these two phones. On the Lumia 640 XL, if you just press and hold the back key, the temporarily suspended recent applications can be opened. So the multitasking feature is quite limited into this Lumia 640 XL, whereas on this Galaxy A7 you can just press the recents key and access all of your recent applications, and the interesting part is you can basically split the display into two and run two applications simultaneously, one above another. That is truly multitask. Comparing two sites or chatting with two persons simultaneously or just watching videos while texting is not an issue. Sharing content from one window to another is also very easy. You can take notes from websites, just drag and drop. You can also save images just like so. Just select this option and there you go. This feature is called multi-window, and the most interesting part is there is also a feature called pop-up window. The applications on the multi-window bar can be clicked and those applications will open in floating pop-up windows. In fact, the keyboard here can be converted into a floating keyboard. Just press and hold the settings and select this option. The display of E7 is huge, and in this way you can make the best use of it. As many as 5 pop-up applications can be opened on the screen simultaneously, so the multitasking feature of this E7 is unmatched. Now pressing the home button converts all of these pop-up apps into floating icons, and you can move these icons anywhere on the screen. And of course press to get back the pop-up apps. So while gaming you can check the messages and also make a call without even closing the application. So the Galaxy E7 is very smart, intelligent, but on the other hand Lumia 640 XL is very user friendly and intuitive. For example, this people application is not only just the contacts menu, but you are getting all the social feeds, and if you click on any particular contact you can check his or her Facebook, Twitter updates right away. There is no need to open third-party apps, everything is embedded into the interface. In fact, all the contacts I have here on this phone are directly from Facebook, and you can create private chat rooms and groups. There is also an offer from Microsoft with this Lumia 640 XL. You will get 12 months of Office 365 personal subscription, which is worth around 3,299 rupees, that is approximately $50 US. The mix radio is another great feature I like on this Lumia device. You can listen to thousands of songs for free of cost, and you can even download them. You can choose from different categories and genres. There are a couple of other smart features on this Lumia device. For example, you can set different audio presets and manually set the equalizer as well. Flipping the phone can silence any incoming call or music player. Windows phones now support File Manager, and motion data basically provides you your motion information, that is how long you have walked or ran or rode a bicycle or car. Find My Phone helps you in getting your lost phone back, and you can also wipe your personal data. So the Microsoft device is also quite helpful with lots of handy features. But the Galaxy E7 packs a bunch of innovative software tricks. For example, private mode can hide your personal data, for example your gallery images, videos, your files, and no one can even imagine you have those in your device unless they know the password. I personally find this feature very useful. As you can see, there is a very small strip here. It's basically the side key panel, and you can get your navigation keys just under your thumb, which might be helpful for one-handed operation. And the driving mode enables this phone to verbally interact with you while driving. There is a smart stay feature, that is with the help of the front-facing camera, the phone tracks your eyes and the display won't turn off as long as you are looking at it. It's really helpful while reading ebooks and in the browser. Both Galaxy A7 and Microsoft Lumia 640 XL support dual SIM, but on the Galaxy A7 there is a smart dual SIM function, that is you can take calls from SIM 2 even when you are busy on the SIM 1. You will get notification of the incoming call. You can disconnect the current call and answer the new call, or you can just reject. I also want to show you the assistant menu on the E7. Just double tap the home button and get the accessibility settings. You can enable assistant menu from here, and this brings frequently used options, and it's also contextual. That means in the browser you can get the URL or the tabs just under your thumb. On the contacts menu you can create, search and delete contacts right away. Now let's quickly compare the cameras as well. Both of these devices here packs 13 megapixel rear cameras, and for the price both the cameras are actually quite good. The shutter speed is also almost the same. Now on the E7 there are lots of modes and you can also download more. On the 640 XL, just swiping the camera shutter up will bring lots of camera settings which you can manually set, and if you are a photography enthusiastic you will find this very useful. Moreover, there are lots of lenses preloaded and you can download a lot more. Let me show you few of those. You can download these lenses for your Lumia and get amazing effects. Almost all of these are free. So regarding camera features, Lumia 640 XL excels the E7. High-end Galaxy devices packs lots of modes, but this mid-range E7 cannot access all of them. But above all, what matters is the image quality, and in this regard I'll say both of these two devices are good in different ways. Images from the Galaxy E7 are quite bright, sharp and looks quite good on the display of the phone, but 640 XL captures more professional images with better skin tone, bokeh and better sunlight legibility. The sensor is BSI 1/3 inches with large aperture f2.0 and the lens is also from premium Zeiss optics. The image I am showing you is quite special because you can manually focus even after capturing the image. This feature or lens is called Lumia refocus. The front camera on the Lumia device is also wide-angle 24mm with f2.4 and provides slightly better images. But the E7's camera is also very impressive, you are not going to complain. Well friends, we are almost at the end of this comparison review in between these two very impressive devices from Samsung and Microsoft. It's really very hard to say which one is better. Both of these devices look good, but I'll say Lumia 640 XL looks slightly better with matte finish and unibody-like construction. I don't mind the extra thickness and the display size is also slightly bigger than that of the E7. On the other hand, the software part of the E7 is quite innovative, intuitive and you will love to show off the features. Android OS is also more open, customizable and the Play Store contains more games and applications than the Windows Phone Store. On the other hand, Windows Phone Store allows you to try, that is download all the applications, even the paid ones, so you can have a taste of the premium applications that are quite costly on the Android Play Store. Lifetile's interface looks great and usually it's more fast and lag-free compared to any Android device. It's up to you guys which one you like most among these two. You can get any one of these, you will not get disappointed. Thanks a lot for watching. Check the description below for individual reviews on these two devices here. Also please consider subscribing if you have found this video quite helpful and interesting. That's all in this video. Keep in touch.